Meet Avocado, who is shy, lanky, and vocal. Baxter is laid back, chunky, and cute. Rocky is smart, playful, and fun. In Ask Ashley, we learn about breed banning. Meet some sweet kitties. And we can't forget Dog Alley. All on Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
No manners. Mister's got no manners. But we love him anyway, huh? Have actual hot dogs today.
With cheese?
Just hot dogs.
Yeah.
Just hot dogs today.
But they're uncooked,
I
right?
forgot we got a ton of them donated recently.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, come here so I can talk about you. So, this little man is Avocado. Well, he's not that little. He's actually a decent sized dog. And we have actually had 4 of his siblings also with us here. One of them is currently with us. His name is Hummus, if you see him on our website. They are about a year old, a little bit shy. So new things, new places are scary to them. But overall, very sweet dogs. They want to be in a home. They want to be loved. As you can see, kind of jumpy, kind of clingy, which I don't mind. Some people might mind, but they're at the perfect age to learn. Both of them are a little bit underweight, so they're very food motivated, which is great for training. I really do think they'll fit into almost any home. They came from a home where other dogs were present, and I think other types of animals too. I would probably say no super young kids because they're a little bit shy, but it's something that maybe like once they're in a home for a while, I think that they'll love everybody. So if you're willing to give him a chance, I would come and meet him. He's a very handsome boy, and gonna be a good match for a lot of people.
I tried taking both out for runs, and they did not want to go any further than being a line of sight of this building. So I think if somebody adopts them, you don't have to worry about the dogs taking off. They're
No,
gonna want to hang around home.
they're very clingy to their people.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're your family right now, huh? Yeah. Dear baby. Who's a baby? Okay. Okay, come on. Let's go play. Let's go play. What's this? What is this? Oh, careful. That's a lot of buggies. Come on. Leave the bees alone. Come on. Come on. Leave the bees alone. Thank you. Here. Oh, there you go. Oh, I left crumbs for yesterday. So Baxter here is 10 years old. So for everyone out there that's like, I want to adopt a senior dog, he's actually a great option because he is looking for a retirement home. Now, he is not your average senior. He is not like lay around and do nothing all day kind of senior. He has definitely still got some pep in his step. He can still pull you on the leash. Not nearly as bad as most of our dogs here that are a year old, stuff like that, but he's still got a lot in him. So if you're still down for daily walks around your neighborhood or exploring some new parks, he is a good option for it. Now he's a little bit overweight. What's okay, we're working on it here, and you can continue working on it in a new home. I have a feeling that the people that had him before kind of fed him human food because he was a little bit picky when he first got here, wouldn't really eat his kibble. But now he's used to our routine, and he does enjoy a good senior brand kibble and his wet food for breakfast and dinner. Not a big fan of other dogs, so I would say he needs to be the only dog in the home. Kitties are a maybe. He's still very curious about like what's going on around him, so if you have cats, I would take that introduction really slow. But yeah, I mean, I just think he's a great option for people that want an older dog but not so old that they can't do anything with them. And he's just so cute on top of that, so who could say no to that?
And he's got a cool walk.
And he has such a cute walk where he lifts his little paws, and he's just so happy to be outside. So I think he'll readjust to home life well, and he is housebroken. You don't have to be on everything, bud. Get it! Get it! Who are you eating? Come here. Hi. Hi, buddy. I have yummies. You didn't notice? You sad? Good boy. No to the hot dog? You're crazy.
Oh my gosh.
That's a first. What are you doing?
He says I called for an Uber.
Yeah. He sees people getting in their cars. He's like, I want to go. I want to go. Dexter, come here. Tell me. Aw, boy. Down. Stay. Ready? Good catch! Yay! Alright, ready? Here. Sit. Shake. Shake. Paw. Not that one. You don't know that one. So this here is my boy Rocky. He is absolutely one of my favorite dogs here. And I'll tell you what, when he first got here, he was not one of my favorites because he was a very messy, crazy boy, very loud and obnoxious and all that craziness. I mean, I love my crazy ones, but he was like a little bit over the top. Now, at that time, one of our volunteers absolutely fell in love with him, finally convinced her family to let her bring him home, and he did live in her home for, I think it had to have been 4 to 6 months, somewhere in that range, and he has just recently been returned to us. He is a completely different dog, let me tell you that. What just a couple of months out of the shelter has done for him. He is much better in his kennel. He does not make a mess every single day. I wouldn't say perfectly housebroken, at least here. She had no complaints in her home. Once he got housebroken, he stayed housebroken. He did go through a little bit of separation anxiety, so when she would leave for work and the house was empty, he was a little bit sad and a little bit destroying stuff. I always recommend a crate for that if they're the type of dog that can be crated. And then otherwise, I think her life just got a little bit too hectic and crazy. Some other stuff came up, and she knew that we could probably find him a better home than hers at the moment. So I'm extremely thankful that she gave him a chance and that he was out of the shelter for that amount of time, but now he is ready for his forever home for reals. He is good with kitties. I believe she had 2 or 3 cats, and even though there was an adjustment period, yeah, they live together very happily. So come here, bud. Come here. So if you want a big old pitty that is good with kitties, he's a good option. Probably no other dogs. I don't think he... I think he likes other dogs. He just comes on very strong, so it's really hard to introduce him to other dogs. So we recommend no other dogs in the home, but maybe once he's a little older and calms down. Oh, you hit me. You hit me. He could have a brother or sister.
How old do you think he is?
He's only about 2.
Okay.
So he's still got plenty of puppy energy.
Still
gonna be playing with lots of toys. He loves toys. Yeah, so if you want like an adventure buddy, like he can keep up with you, he can, go on all those hikes, everything like that. He'll be a good one for you, and he's very, very smart. You saw me demonstrate those tricks. He's such a good boy now, you guys. He needs a forever home. He deserves it. He should not be here. Another fun fact about Rocky that I just found out this week is he has a giant pimple in each ear. It's very gross, and we're working on cleaning it. Luckily, he's pretty good about like letting us touch his ears and stuff. It's just I don't want to hurt him by popping them. So we're gonna see if we can get a little treatment for that, huh? But otherwise, he's happy, healthy, up to date on vaccine, obviously fixed, and he's good to go. Oh, hi. Sit. There's a winner. There's a winner of a toy. Oh, get it. Oh, get it.
Uh-oh. I think Ashley should have to use her teeth as well.
Oh, God. I'd lose them all. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Oh, yeah. Oh, you won!
You need a trophy now.
Right. Oh, you want to play again?
Best 2 out of 3.
Can I tie my shoes? Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Welcome to Ask Ashley today, and we are outside, if you notice.
For the
It is
first
rather
time
nice
in a
out.
long time, and we're very happy about it.
Right.
And so are the dogs.
So yeah, this is like October last year, something like that, and this is April. So have you done your taxes yet?
I did them a long time ago. Are you kidding me? My dad's a CPA.
Oh, that's right, you mentioned that before, okay. So just go to her dad and mention that you know
Yes.
Ashley, and he'll take care of it. Make sure you get a refund. So we're talking about breed bands today.
Yes.
So that's not like a band like musical or anything.
No, nothing like
This,
that.
this is something that isn't too nice. Right.
Yeah.
The reason we're getting into this a little bit is because of Alanis.
Correct.
Well, we go back to Alanis from the last few weeks, but she's a dog from Canada, from Ontario, where they apparently have a ban on pit bulls.
Yeah.
Can't imagine that for a whole province. I mean, that's a big province.
I don't know if it's the whole province or the specific area that she was in.
Okay. So, but anyway, so you had the people that from the shelter there were coming to a Bruce Springsteen concert in the United States and thought they would bring the dog along and then see if she could get a shelter to take her. And
It worked out. We
right.
have her. She's with us now.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's when I tell people that story, they're like, oh my gosh, how could they do that? it is happening right here in Ashtabula, actually.
Ash-
I did a little bit of research. I
Right.
talked to our county dog warden, actually, but he was the city animal control officer, so he knows about all that. And I got all the data for you. So.
Well, it's better than it used to be, I think, because if I remember
Yes.
right, if you get the dog from here, you can have a pit bull. But you're not
Correct.
supposed to have a pit bull from someplace else where they're not, like, trained or anything.
Yes.
Have you been trained?
So, it depends on exactly what city you live in. So at the state level, at least in Ohio, and I'm pretty sure this is true of all 50 states, there are no states that specify any breed that you cannot own. So the state level focuses solely on dog and owner conduct. So that means the dog can look like whatever it wants. If you are not controlling your dog, or if you have a violent dog or aggressive dog, there's action at the state level that they can take.
There's also the Goddard law. You familiar with that? Dick Goddard was a weatherman and a big animal rights person, and he's on WJW in Cleveland. But there was a series of incidents where people were treating dogs very badly, and he got passed through the legislature a law that sends people to jail, to
Oh, wow.
prison, if they abuse dogs.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
it became called the Goddard Law because
Great.
of him.
Right. So in Ashtabula, there actually is a citywide ordinance on pit bulls, which is a very vague, title. The American Pit Bull Terrier is a specific breed of dog, but even, let's say, Rocky, who's with us, I don't know if you can see him, Rocky would fall under that category, but he's not a purebred pit bull. So pretty much any larger terrier kind of falls under this umbrella term of pit bulls, which is wrong to begin with. But yes, in Ashtabula now it's changed so that you can own a pit bull, but they have to be adopted from here, microchipped, spayed and neutered, which obviously that all comes with our adoption. And because they're from us, they're, we deem them, they're non-aggressive, they're not a threat to, civilians and things like that, which is great. It's already a step in the right direction, but the ban itself is kind of silly, because if someone wanted to go out and buy a purebred pit bull from a breeder, an ethical breeder, I think that's okay, but technically in the city of Ashtabula you cannot do that. So this is called breed-specific legislation. Started in the early 1980s when there started to be an uptick in vicious dog attacks, which were, according to society in general terms, done by mostly pit bulls. Sometimes shepherds, Rottweilers are included on those lists. So the next level to that, besides just a citywide ordinance, is landlords. So a lot of apartment complexes or even houses to rent anywhere, they can just say, oh, no quote unquote aggressive breeds. Well, then it's completely up to them what counts as an aggressive breed. I don't know. I've seen more feisty small dogs in my day, but a lot of places they'll allow you to have a dog under 25 pounds. Dogs under 25 pounds can still be mean and aggressive. So breed-specific legislation itself is just it's not going to work right. The American Kennel Club says that dangerous dog control and legislation should be reasonable, non-discriminatory, so not a specific breed, and enforceable. That's their stance on it.
Well, I wonder if sometimes there's some kind of horrific thing happens, a little child is badly injured or something, and so politicians want to do something quick and show the
Right.
public that they're on top of
Well,
it.
we're making the world a better place.
So 2 weeks later, they're doing something that's going to have ramifications for years.
Yep, exactly. So it's always important to know what the laws or ordinances are in your area. So I wanted to pass that information along to you guys. And if you're against it, just like we are, let us know. We're always fighting the good fight against it. Majority of dogs in Ashtabula County, I'm pretty sure, are bully mixes, and they can be some of the sweetest dogs, and the small under 25 ones can be some of the meanest ones. It's totally all how they're raised, environment, things like that.
Well, when you say that they're mixed breeds and they have some pit in them, how much does the legislation specify? It's 35%
Right.
or whatever, and who's going to determine that? And who's going to pay the vet bill or whatever to determine that?
It's all on their looks, right? Which only 5% of their DNA determines their looks. So if you're looking at a mixed breed, they could be 5% American Pit Bull Terrier, so and kind of look like that. But they've also got Lab, they've also got Shepherd, they've also got Chow. You never know until you do a DNA test, right? So it's just not fair to assume how a dog is going to act based on how they look.
You got anything to add to that?
Rocky has just been sitting here the entire time we've been talking. I've been giving him little hot dogs here and there, and he is just listening to us talk and loving it. So if you want someone who's going to listen to your day, Rocky's a good option.
Okay.
All right. So this is Storm. He has a very cool story of how he got here. So when we're filming this, remember those really big thunderstorms that happened like a weekend or so ago, a couple weekends ago? It was crazy out there. I mean, just, you know, lots of damage ended up happening. Well, Storm here was stuck up in a tree. One of our coworkers, Dawn, gets a phone call from her husband about this cat that's stuck in a tree in her yard. None of their ladders were tall enough to go up and get him. And fire departments don't actually go get cats, in case you guys didn't know that. So it was completely up to them to figure out how to get him down. And luckily when they did, they realized he is super sweet, super loving, and probably was somebody's house cat. I believe he was already fixed when he came into us, so he probably just got loose from somewhere, but, you know, we kept him here as a stray for a couple of days. She asked around all her neighbors, you know, see if anyone knew anything or was missing a cat, and no one said anything, so either he somehow got really far away from home, or he had been missing for a while already and they just didn't care. I'm getting kisses right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
From a sandpaper tongue. You like hot dogs? Oh yeah, hot dogs are a winner for kitties too, you guys.
They're not just for dogs anymore.
Not just for dogs, but don't feed them too much. Kitties, especially because they're so small, do not feed them too many hot dogs. But he very much liked that. And yeah, so since nobody claimed him, and similar to our dogs, he was here for his 3-day stray hold. We got a hold of everyone we could in her area, you know. And what? And now he's up for adoption, and he's super duper sweet, you guys. He is so clean. He keeps his space clean. He is litter box trained 100%. Super playful, super loving. Hi. And apparently he likes hot dogs. So come and get him. All right. So this is Frito. He is probably our loudest kitty in the cat room right now. He is a super escaped artist, so I'm gonna get him out and just hold him and try not to let him go. If he does get on the ground, he's really sweet and comes right back to you and everything, but it's not technically sanitary on the ground, so we don't usually let our kitties run around. But he actually came in. His brother Trisket is over here. They're both very, very sweet kitties. You'll see they have this little sign on their kennel that talks about how they have some spots that they're missing some fur up on their backs. So they had fleas, which resulted in like a flea allergy. So they have some just real sensitive skin, dermatitis back there. But once you treat the fleas and all that goes away, the itching goes away and it heals up and their fur goes back beautifully. And it already looks a ton better than it did when they first came in. So we're just asking that people don't overlook them because they're super sweet and loving. Good with other kitties. They came from a home with a lot of other cats, so they could fit right in with if you've already got a couple. And they're so loving. All they want is attention.
That was it.
Oh, when I try to escape? Come here. Oh, it's a baby. No, don't jump down. Don't jump down. Hi. So you can see he's not completely missing fur, but just a little bit thinner on the back. No, you're not going nowhere.
Needs a toupee.
Alright, so yeah.
It's a penchant for naming animals after food.
No.
Frito and...
We had a whole chip theme going on for a while, but these are the two that are left. So.
Okay.
Yep. Hi, Logan.
So we've got Frito over there?
Yeah, Trisket.
Oh,
We got
Trisket.
Frito down here, Trisket over here.
Oh, okay.
So Triscuit's a little tabby.
Okay.
You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here.
You got like nice little play areas to jump up and climb around in, don't
Right? They've got the bigger kennels. They needed the space.
they? We already said that you were one of the louder cats.
Yeah.
You don't have to reiterate that.
See? Classic tabby boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
walking a dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog, I ain't thinking about you. Don't need no one to tie me down. I'm a walking the dog and a painting the town. Such an easy